So anybody remember what we said in our last class? Good. So what we discussed? Any point you remember? Huh? Okay. From the what we learned? Huh? From the video, what we learned? What we can learn from the video? Okay. Okay. Means how we can train? How we can train? Now I'm asking.
By listening good things, by giving some good things, by giving all heart themselves good things, all
Okay.
heart themselves. Chanting.
So who came in that video? One person came, and then he, one should follow the group. One should not hear the instruction of the mind. So that mind was always mind wants to enjoy. That's what we saw that. After that he wants to go for dance. That all we discussed. But he doesn't want to chant. So our mind also spiritual means it is very difficult because so many things they will say, don't do this, don't do that. So mind doesn't listen that. Mind wants to independently, like child is there. If you put a child inside home, the child will cry. It wants to go here, there, run. Because उनको लगता है उधर जाएंगे अच्छा लगता है. So if you leave the child, what will happen? If mother is not there, the child goes, small child goes, or what will happen to the child? Simple. What happens? The child will go and do something which is not good for them. Maybe he sees, huh? It may go to see the socket, may put finger in there, some iron box is there, he will go and touch. Because the child doesn't know, something light is there, he try to touch. That is, mind doesn't know what should be done. So the mother will tell the child, you should not go there, don't go here. Right? Guru also tells us that you should not do this, you should not do that, do only this thing. So similarly, we have to listen Guru. So last class we discussed until this loka. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached. For he has attained tranquility. So such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor are all the same. Person who controls the mind, he doesn't see it may be happiness or distress. He will be always equal. For us, if we are happy, then we will come to temple, we pray God, everything. If something bad happens, immediately we will chastise God only. क्यों ऐसा करे भगवान है क्या नहीं? If God is there, why he is doing like this? Because we are disturbed. So for them, the mind will not be disturbed. Whose mind is controlled? So we'll see from verse number 6.8. Please repeat after me. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma Bhutasto Vijitendriyaha Yukta Iti Uchate Yogi Samalostasma Kanchana. A person is said to be established in self-realization and is called a yogi or mystic when he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. Such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-controlled. He sees everything, whether it is pebble, stone, or gold, as the same. Before last verse we saw he sees happiness, distress, everything as same. Now he is telling about wealth. It may be gold also, it may be stone also. He sees equally only. Means it doesn't, what this verse is, the upcoming verse is going to say, he doesn't have any desire for enjoying this material world. Gold, whatever it may be. We'll see the purport of this verse. So we saw one verse that mind is friend also, enemy also. How we treat the mind, accordingly it will become. Like knife is there. Knife is good also, bad also, right? When the knife is good, huh? Okay, cutting vegetable. Like if you're a doctor, you give a knife, what he will do? He will do surgeon, he will save your life. If same knife you give a thief, he will kill someone and take the jewelry or money, something. So same knife can be used for killing also, saving also. Similarly, this mind also front, and the enemy also. But how we are training the mind. If you listen the mind, then mind will take us to hell only. But if you instruct the mind through scripture, then it will take you to Vaikuntha. So here we see the self-realized person leaves everything because for him, pebble or gold doesn't make sense. In those days, great kings, you can see, even I heard Tukaram Maharaj also was the richest person. He also left everything. So much money was there, but he was not happy with that money or anything. So similarly, the kings also. Parishit Maharaj, how many of you know? Srimad Bhagavatam, the character comes. Parishit Maharaj, many kings were there. Even Yudhishthira Pandavas also, when they heard that Krishna has left the world, immediately left the kingdom. They went towards north, means Himalaya, for self-realization. Because they did not give importance to this material wealth, means this wealth. Material wealth means these things only, wealth and money they want, or this kind of enjoyment. The enjoyment is only for our body, not for soul. Similarly, Parishit Maharaj also, he was cursed to die in 7 days. As soon as he came to know, so kingly life means you can understand. They don't have 2 BHK or 3 BHK. They were in palace. The palace means it will be some kilometer. In order to go, we should have some bike or something to see the palace. So they have such a big palace. He's the only person who is king of that palace, and the whole country will obey him. And even whatever they eat, their plate also will be gold. Such a opulent life they live. But when the time comes, they leave everything. And they go to forest, they accept a simple life. Why? Because there is no happiness in these things. We can earn how much crores of rupees also we can earn, but that is not going to give happiness. So they will go there and they follow this spiritual. So now we are going to see that in some next verse onwards, how this yoga is very difficult. This Astanga yoga is there, na? This asana pranayama, that we will see. Arjuna denied that. It's not told one yoga. We saw karma yoga before. Now what we are seeing? Astanga yoga. Yeah, what is material wealth we will get? We are earning, some person has so much money and he has so many houses and the bank balance also so much is there. He can enjoy whatever he wants. But in this, and a person who doesn't have anything, and what is the difference between both of them? What this person is getting, who has everything, and what this person is getting, who doesn't have anything. Peace of mind. No, money gives more agitation only. Phone उठा के लेके जाएंगे पैसा. We cannot. You know this.
Not.
Huh? Okay, it will not give you a telling. I am asking if you have more. What is good? Means we are all struggling for that only, na? I want more money, more bank balance, house, or 4 wheelers, property. This thing only we want. But what is going to give this thing? Yeah, who told? Yeah, it's just going to give comfort only. You see, the similarities between animal and the human being is, anybody knows? Huh? Intelligence. Okay. What type of pleasures? Eating, sleeping, procreating children, and depending. Same thing human beings also, if he will do. Like if you have less money, he will eat somewhere, hotel, roadside hotel. If you have more money, where will he? Star hotel. Sleeping. The dog, where he will sleep? Idhar bhi milega jagah. The dog sleeps very peacefully. Even car goes, bus goes, doesn't get disturbed. He has so much big house, very sophisticated bed, cushion, water bed, na? Kuch to bolte. Some kind of beds are there, it rotates also. So this much, but still he will not get sleep. And then procreating children, that both will do. And for defense, animal also, some animals will run away. Like deer, it can run very fast because his body is very tender. Animal can easily attack him. And some animal like nails are there, teeth are there, they try to defend. But we have some alarm system, so many systems we also have. So according to money, we can only get comfort. We are not going to get happiness. That's why richest person also crying. He cries more. Why? If I don't have anything, I think if I get money, I'll become happy. That is my hope. But that fellow has everything, still I don't have happiness. So this comfort is only for body. So soul doesn't need all this. That's why these kings, what they do, they leave everything. And all the kings, there is one person will be the Rajaguru. You might have heard that word, Rajaguru. So they do things according to, means they get instruction from the Rajaguru and they do things. So they will tell, this is the time for you to leave. So as soon as the son becomes mature, they will hand over the things to the son. And similarly, woman also, she hand overs to that daughter-in-law. And she will do her bhajan or something like that. And that person will leave. You know this, the only person, this Dhritarashtra, after this Mahabharat war, everything is over. And everyone died, his sons, everyone died. But still he was comfortably living in the caste of Pandavas. He is the only person he wants to kill the Pandavas. So he was so much attached to this kingly life. He doesn't want to leave the palace. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is such a very genuine person. He did not put anything poison and kill him or something. Still he respected him, although he troubled a lot. He is the only person because of he doesn't want to leave the kingdom. But still he respected him. Then who came and told him that you have to leave your, that story? His brother. Who is his brother? Vidur. Vidur came and chastised him. You are living in the life of, from the hand of Bhim, whom you want to kill. Everyone was very jealous of Bhim. Even Duryodhan was very so much greedy, and Dhritarashtra also, because he is very hefty and it is very difficult to kill him. So they told you are eating in from the hand of your Bhim, whom you want to kill, and you are eating from his hand. Don't you feel shame? He chastised very heavily, then he felt. So Guru also comes and gives such a heavy instruction. Intelligent person will accept. Somebody is not, then he will say, go away. Don't disturb me. I am already disturbed. So the only thing they go to this forest and they depend fully on God. Even now also you earn so much money. We are not going to eat money. So we depend on God only still. Food, oxygen, water, all the basic needs to survive, it is given by God only. No industrial is there, no industry or no factory is there to give us rice or oxygen. So how it is given? So everything is maintained by God. Have you seen any animal is going to office? अभी हाथी ऐसा बैग आईडी कार्ड डाल के कुछ देगा सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी जा रही but how much it eats? So much it eats, but it is maintained. You see, African elephant also hefty and it eats lot. It eats in tons. That also provided. So similarly for living entities also, sorry, human beings also, the needs were given by God only. So one should have that faith. In that faith, those the yogis will go to Himalayas or forest and they do their bhakti. So a person is considered still further advanced when he regards the honest well-wisher, affectionate benefactors, the neutral meditators, the envious, friends and enemies, the pious and the sinners, all with an equal mind. So that's what he treats everyone equally. Now people will fight, right? He is not our religion person. He is different religion. So they fight each other. So this is what consciousness. I am Hindu. He is not Hindu. So we have to fight. I am Maratha. He is not Maratha. So this is bodily consciousness. I took birth in Hindu family. He took birth in Muslim family or Christian family or some other family. So he is our enemy. So religion is not given for fighting. People they have misinterpreted and they are not understanding the basic thing also. Basic thing, any spiritual organization you take, they teach about soul. Basic it is. You are not body, you are soul. If you consider you are soul, then you will give respect to everyone, not only human being, all other living entities. It may be animal, plants, and worms also, ant also, because the soul is there in all the bodies. So that has to be taught. There is one more slok is there in 5th chapter. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastin Sunisvesa Pakecha Pandita Samadharshina. Samadharshina. Samadharshina means equal vision, Sama Darshina, seeing everyone equal. He doesn't consider he is black, he is white, Muslim, Christian, Hindu. He sees everyone equally. In what platform? Soul platform. Everybody is soul. That's what here it is given because his mind is controlled. So unless until your mind is controlled, you cannot understand material things also. Like you are sitting in a class, you fought with your friend. So वही चलते रहेगा है ना मन में. Then the teacher is coming and teaching. You cannot understand what is going on. Your whole mind will be focused on that problem only. इन्होंने ऐसा कर दिया, what? So we cannot peacefully focus. Similarly, this you cannot find real happiness also. Your mind will think, I want this, I want that. It keeps on greeds. ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, ये चाहिए. ये दे दो फिर उसके साथ it will throw that. Mind has two nature: sankalpa, accepting, and vikalpa, rejecting. It accepts the things and tries to enjoy. After some time, it is not giving enjoyment. तो बच्चे को देखो, एक छोटा कार दे दो, उसको चलाते रहेंगे. थोड़ा समय के बाद ये नहीं चाहिए, वो कार चाहिए, बड़ा कार. So mind also similarly only. It keeps as this one of them. And our whole energy we use for that, satisfying that mind. Finally, we don't get satisfaction. Because of the mind is not controlled. The mind will be satisfied when you give that one thing. That is Krishna. Then it will be peaceful. So this person whose mind is controlled, he will be friendly with everyone. And he doesn't have any anger, greed, he doesn't become envy. So totally he will become friend of all. And everyone becomes his friend also. आपको भी कुछ लोग अच्छा कार्य करे, आपको भी अच्छा लगता है ना? So this person is very good person. Someone wants to have his friendship with it. Somebody is always angry and fighting with everyone. सब थोड़ा दूर ही रहेंगे. So he is very such a quality person. Everyone likes to be friends with him. A transcendentalist should always engage his body, mind, and self in relationship with the Supreme. He should live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind. He should be free from desires and feelings of possessiveness. So everything should be engaged in Lord service. So everything we got from Lord only. So you know that story of the great Alexander, right? So when he died, he put some condition. After I die, my hand should be out of that coffin. Doctor should carry me, and whatever I earn, it has to be thrown all the way. The gems, gold. So the minister asked, why you want to do that? Because I came with the empty hand, I go with the empty hand. That's why my hand should be outside. People will understand. Such a. उनका नाम क्या है? क्या Alexander? Alexander the Great. क्या हो गया? Great. चले गए. There was that famous kickboxing champion also. He also told, huh? Muhammad Ali, I am the strongest. He unable to lift one water glass also. Pakistan disease he got. So there is no one is great. It's just for time being, according to karma, one will become famous. And then that karma is gone, then he will become. So how he is using that karma, Lord sees. He'll become proud and then Lord will remove. So we have to use all our energy, skill, whatever we have to use it for Lord. That is the proper way of using. Another way, if you are not using for Lord, where we use for our own senses. This body, we consider I am this body and we use so many things. That 4 wife story also we saw. That 4th wife is the body. We use best, everything best. Still the body is not going to give anything. So how we can engage everything like our senses are there. Senses can be engaged in Lord's service. Like many of you came for Janmashtami and you did so many services. Some did services in kitchen, some vegetable cutting, there is lifting heavy vessels, transferring prasadam. Some did in SQ stall preaching service. So you used your senses. So that is best way of using the senses. So by this, what happens? Senses will be controlled. If you do anything outside thing, the senses will ask more and more. Then next thing is mind. How to control the mind? chanting the holy name. So if you give holy name, then the mind will become, slowly it will be controlled. The mind will be controlled slowly, and then the mind doesn't ask for anything material. It takes time because we got so many bodies. How many bodies we got, we don't know. Now we got human body, we can understand that I got many bodies. And in many bodies, what all activities I did, that everything will be in subconscious mind. So that will, huh? So that will be subconscious mind. That desire is there within that. So at the time of that, this body will die. That is gross body. Subtle body is not going to die. The subtle body keeps comes in next birth also, next body also. That will die when we are liberated. That's why the reincarnation is there, right? This body and next body, there is no common. The common thing is only soul and subtle body. Whatever you did, it is stored in subtle body, and then that remembrance will come. That I was so and so. We saw some video also that one Air Force person was there. He died in that war, and he became a small child in next birth. Then he remembered the jet. That how to, before the jet take off, there's something should be checked. These things are properly there or not, so that he can do as a small child. Because the remembrance, last book. So this subtle body keeps comes. So immediately you chant in one day, many will come. So 10 माला कर रहा हूँ रोज, एक महीने से कर रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. But कितना साल से हम क्या क्या पाप किया, क्या क्या कुछ सब कुछ मन में, इतना जल्दी वो बंद नहीं होगा, थोड़ा समय लगेगा. So we should keep doing. Like the room is too dirty, one time you clean, 2 time you clean, 3 time, but थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको इम्प्रूवमेंट रहेगा. कभी कभी हमको कुकिंग करते समय हल्दी लग जाते, इतना आसान नहीं जाएगा, वो 4-5 बार वॉश करना पड़ता है, उसके बाद जाएगा, फिर भी थोड़ा रहते हो. So that is mind also, that impression will be that it doesn't go very easily, but we have to keep chant. The example is given is jaundice person. Person who suffer from jaundice, if you give him sugar candy, will he get the taste of sweet? He cannot feel the sweetness. But the only medicine is the sugar candy only. He has to keep taking. So the jaundice will go and slowly the sweetness will increase. Otherwise, he feels it is kadwa, bitterness. So the mind should be engaged in chanting the holy name. Then limbs already I told you. We are engaging in different services. Like now also you came by walk, your leg is engaged. And then you are honoring prasadam, seeing and then hearing. This way everything is engaged. Then finally we have to engage the soul also. One should not take, so in order to do all these things, one should have good association. If someone has bad association, then he cannot do things properly. What bad association happens, it takes one to hellish planet. Bad association means what kind of association? Can you give some example? What do you consider it is bad association? Bad friendship means kya? Whom you will tell? Are you, drinking, smoking, he is doing nonsense like this, bad association. So then we will also become like that only. There is one famous personality, right? Vivekananda also told, Swami Vivekananda. You show me your friends, I will tell you who you are. So because there is a saying in English also, birds of the same feather, anybody knows? Flock together. So crow will be with the crow, swan will be with swan. You cannot see crow is coming and having friendship with swan. So crow, so similarly that same mentality person will go with them. A drunkard है मतलब साथ में आ जाएंगे, कैसे वो पता नहीं. In college, you say those who study well, they will be in first bench, they will be together. Those ऐसा time pass काट करते वो पूरा एक साथ में आ जाते है कि नहीं? Rarely that mixing will happen because he wants to become like that. That person who studies well also. So similarly, the association is that's why very important. If you have good association, then it brings towards Krishna. Like similarly, if you take association of devotees, they help you to come towards Krishna. So you will come out from hellish planet. General, what happened in college lives, inferiority complex will happen. लोग सोचते हैं ना आप दारू पी रहे, आप दारू नहीं पीते, बच्चे आप, तो उनको लगता है अरे मेरे को पीना ही लग रहा है अभी. You might have seen some I seen many in our case, when I was studying, I was seeing one boy, they were teasing him like that. कुछ नहीं आप जाइए कुछ ये हमारे साइड बोलते हैं आप जाके कर्ड राइस खाओ उसके लिए यू आर गुड फॉर दैट ओनली जस्ट टेक कर्ड राइस eat curd rice and be happy. So then that fellow thought I am not drinking, that's why nobody is respecting me. So उन्होंने उनके साथ गया, फिर he started drinking and he became such a big drunkard and he no one able to control him only then he lost means he failed in many subjects. उनका life ही ये हो गया. But those who drank they all somehow became fast and got job. But this fellow was good boy, but somehow he was became like this. So that association is very, very, very important. So now we are going to discuss that Arjuna told that this Astanga Yoga is very difficult to practice. So from verse number 11 to 14, we will discuss why it is difficult and how it is difficult. And Arjuna told it is not possible for me to control mind. So we are hearing so much now. But Arjuna told it is not possible for me to control mind. This is impractical for me. Tell me something practical I can do. And Arjuna told that I can control wind also. Even nowadays scientists cannot control. Hurricane, okay, so US में also, US also it came, Rita, ऐसा नाम रहता है. Whenever the hurricane comes, they just announce, please vacate the city. That much they can do. They can understand this hurricane is going to come, but they cannot stop it. But Arjuna told I can control also that, but I cannot control mind. So you can understand Arjuna is such a skillful person. He himself told I cannot control the mind. So to practice yoga, one should go to a secluded place and should lay kusa grass on the ground and then cover it with a deer skin and a soft cloth. The seat should be neither too high nor too low and should be situated in sacred place. The yogi should then sit on it very firmly and practice yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind, senses, and activities and fixing the mind on one point. So see how many rules are there. What all you need to follow to practice Astanga Yoga. What is the best yoga? Easiest and best? Anybody knows? Yes, what you are telling is right. Easiest and best, especially for this Kali Yuga. Huh? Yeah, Bhakti Yoga. That's what ISKCON is teaching. You cannot find, we will teach some asanas. Chalo pranayam karenge, but we don't teach here. We teach here chanting Harinam, serve Lord, and do Kirtan. This is what Kali Yuga it is given. Tukaram Maharaj also told same thing. He also chanted the name of Lord Hari only. He also told Hari Mukhamana. Because it is easy and this only we can follow. We cannot go to forest. Now you see what it is said. One should go to secluded place like some forest. Like people generally goes to Himalayas. So how many of us ready to leave everything and goes to forest? We had one boy, he comes for Saturday class. He left his parents and he went for college in Gujarat. So he stayed 1 month only. He started crying. I am unable to leave my parents. I want to come back. Maybe you might have faced it, right? First year when you came, that difficulty you also might have faced. मैं तो फर्स्ट ईयर में था. आई वॉज ऑल्सो आउटसाइड. आई गो एवरी मंथ होम. कब अब महीने में एक बार घर पे आने के लिए बोला. फिर कब आएंगे कब जाएंगे. सेकेंड ईयर हुआ थोड़ा कम हुआ. फोर्थ ईयर जाते नहीं बुलाते क्या. बिकॉज दिस बिकेम अटैच्ड नाउ. आ जाओ ना फेस्टिवल आ रहे दिवाली आ रहे हैं ठीक है आता हूँ. बिकॉज हियर सो द अटैचमेंट इज देयर. सो वी कैन नॉट लीव एनीथिंग वेरी इजीली. सो यू हैव टू लीव एवरीथिंग. वी आर नॉट रेडी टू लीव मोबाइल. अभी कोई बोलेंगे मोबाइल यूज नहीं करना है आपको. सिंपल फोन यूज करो बोलेंगे नहीं होएगा ये मुश्किल है. So it is said that even wife also you cannot have always, but mobile is there. Even people are in toilet also they will be with mobile. लोग गेम खेलते भी रहते. टॉयलेट में क्यों गेम पता नहीं. So it is very difficult to leave anything. This what happened with Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana. They don't want to leave the kingdom. Because why they want to go to Himalayas this way? There only you can practice this Astanga Yoga. You need favorable atmosphere. अभी इधर सिटी में कितना कार ये वो आते रहे. उधर जाके आप माइंड कंट्रोल करना है मतलब it's not possible. It's very difficult. That's why they go to Himalayas. So first of all, it is very difficult to leave our house. No one can leave anything. Even in scripture, there is one person comes Puranjan. So he was attached to one heavenly girl, Urvasi. So he became so much attached when that girl went, he unable to control. He became mad literally, so much attached to that woman. And then he did tapasya, yajna he did, and Lord Vishnu appeared. So when Vishnu appears, what we can ask best thing? I don't want birth, old age, disease, death. Please liberate me. Mukti de do mujhe. But he asked that woman. So this much attachment, even after getting, like you got an opportunity now. King is coming, you can ask whatever you want. King is ready to give. Today is birthday. So he selected you. So you can ask. So that person, one person is going and he is asking, can you give me 10 rupees? So they say, kaya nahi, breakfast. So something like that, he is going and asking to king, give me woman. I want to enjoy. I like her. I love her very much. I am attached to her. So that's why the attachment is too strong. One cannot leave their home or everything. Then other thing like one should use kusa grass. Kusa grass, scientifically also it is told if you are sitting in one place without any motion for prolonged period of time, your body will get kind of shock, electricity. So in order to avoid that kusa grass. And above that they put deer skin also. You know why? You've seen deer or tiger skin they put. So many yogis. Purpose anybody knows? General forest, so many insects will come. So this skin, it will not crawl. Skin will be very hot. The insect will not come near to that. Otherwise, it will roam all over the body. It enter into your ear also. It will be disturbance. So that's why they use their skin and oppose. It should not be too high. ऐसा नहीं इतना ऊपर हम बैठना चाहिए. थोड़ा ये हो गया टूट जाएगा दोस्तों. So it should be not too high, not too low. In such a way you can sleep also. It should be in proper. And then in that way, one should sit like that, and then one should control mind, sense, activities. Controlling mind means now you are studying, you are focusing on this problem. The mind goes here and there. अरे cricket चल रहा है, क्या score देखेंगे? एक हफ्ते, दो तीन बॉल के बाद मतलब every 3 balls we want to see score because the mind is not here, it is there. That is his mind keeps roam here and there. We have to focus. Then, of course, senses also. We should not, they don't engage the senses in enjoyment. There is a stage called Pratyahara. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. Then comes Pratyahara. Asana to control the senses, Pranayam to control the mind. Pratyahara is not to engage the mind and senses in enjoyment, sense object. That is Pratyahara. So they don't engage any activities. So why they are doing all these things? Finally, to purify the heart. So heart means ऐसा नहीं साबुन लगा के heart purify करने, उसको process है. By controlling, by doing austerity, लोग चल के जाते ना इधर से दिल्ली 15 दिन, किधर जाते? पंढरपुर. तो उस समय सब कुछ नहीं लेके जाते. They take some one small bag, dresses. तो जो मिल रहा है वही खाना है, किधर मिल रहा है उधर ही सोना है. By doing this, you will be controlled, regulated. So by controlled and regulated activities, your heart also, your mind also will be controlled. Purifying means galti galti vichar aate man mein. So mind will force you to do some bad things. Some bad thought will come. This all will slowly go away. So then next, what else one has to do? One should hold one's body, neck and head erect in a straight line. ऐसे बैठना है straight. Good 5 minutes के बाद automatically चले जाते हैं. But he has to sit like that only. Maybe months, years also. Should sit erect. And stares, he should not open eyes also, he should not close eyes also. It should be half open. In such a way, he should see this only the tip of the nose. आधा ही open होना चाहिए, इधर ही देखना चाहिए. You can practice later. So and stare steadily tip of the nose. Then thus with an unagitated, subdued mind devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of life. So first line he said, this should be straight line. Next should not be like this. थोड़ा नींद आ रही है ऐसा होना चाहिए, straight होना चाहिए. Head also should be straight. Body also straight. This should be straight line. By doing this, your digestion also will be good. So क्या बोलते हैं? Padmasana. It's half Padmasana. By sitting like this, the blood circulation will be good. So they sit in this. And then if you open the eyes, कुछ तो देखते रहेंगे. Some words are coming, going. Who is coming, going? You cannot concentrate. If you close the eyes, we will snore. सो जाएंगे फिर. So that's why it said half opened eyes or half closed eyes. And look at the tip of the nose. By seeing this tip of the nose, according to Patanjali Yoga, sometimes you see this two noses there, right? This is Surya, this is Chandra. Surya means whenever your body is too hot, this will be open, this will be closed. अभी फीवर समय देखेंगे ये खुला रहेगा. अगर वो बहुत कोल्ड हो गया बॉडी, कफ कोल्ड होता है ना, दिस विल बी ओपन. सूर्य मीन्स देयर इज heat. Your body will be too heat. That time this only will be, this will be closed. So what they do, they by seeing this will be balanced. Both will be become balanced. If this is closed, then this is closed. You just see this tip of the nose for some time, both will become balanced. आप अभी दे सकते कौन सा है ब्रीथिंग करके ब्रीथ आउट करो. Where the freeness is more, that is open now. So that's why they watch at this. They balance in such a way their hunger will not be there. ऐसा नहीं अभी आप खुद ही कुकिंग करके रहना है, मतलब आपको पूरा समय उसमें ही चले जाएगा. यू गो and that too in forest you will not get anything. अभी मोबाइल में टाइप करेंगे सब कुछ मिल जाता है, फॉरेस्ट में क्या मिलेगा. So he has to go and find food. So they reduce that by controlling the hair. Kapha, Vata, Pitta. These three here is these three what do you call that? Dhatu something they say. Doshas. These three dosa they will balance it. In such a way they will not get hunger only. We saw one Baba also, right? Prahlad Jani. How many of you seen that? There was one person, Prahlad Jain. You can see in Google also. He did not eat for 70 years. He did not go for दो नंबर भी एक नंबर भी नहीं गए. कुछ नहीं खाएंगे तो कैसे आएंगे? Just by yogic meditation he survived. You can YouTube, you can find it, or you can message me. I will send that video also. We saw this video sometimes back. So by seeing this, then they have to control the mind. So by sitting straight, only mind will be half controlled. You sit straight. Then they should not fear in forest. In forest, lion will come, tiger will come. The yogi, they knows how to have relationship with forest also. In such a way, the lion, tiger also will not trouble them. There is one book was there I read very long time back. Something yogi only. In that book, that one yogi came, he sat on the lion and he came. By this yogic power, he controlled that lion only. What is the book name? Something yogi only comes. Something else. He also came. He made his wall also walk. Yeah. And then no sex life. So, person who is so much lusty, if he goes anywhere, the desire will not leave him. It will be there above his head only. It always, the desire comes. It is very difficult to leave. And one should not waste that virya. It is essence of body, it is said. According to Ayurveda, you see, when this virya will be generated, there are 7 dhatu is there. 7 stages. So the 7th stage is this virya. First you eat food. Food will be transferred into ras dhatu. Ras means, now with this much food I am eating, this much nutrition, vitamin, this, that is ras. The essence of food. सब निकालेंगे वो nutrition that is first level. So this much, like some liter of that ras will be transferred into blood. Maybe 3 drops of blood I had something. Then that blood, some good amount of blood, which will transfer into muscle. Muscle or skin bolte. So that will be transferred. So after that it comes fat. After that, fat transformed into bone. Means this much food, this much nutrition, then this much blood, then this much skin, then thoda वो कम होएगा. So then it comes fat, then bone, from bone marrow. अंदर हड्डी के अंदर भी कुछ रहते बालक है, fat kind of, that is called bone marrow. That bone marrow transformed into that semen. That is the last stage. So 1 drop of that semen is equal to 70 drop of blood. Some Ayurveda, Patanjali are like this, different Ayurveda is there. 40 drop it is said. So you understand. Because that is not something very ordinary fluid. It can give birth to a child. If someone controls it, unnecessarily not using, someone controls it, become very powerful personality. It will become photographic memory. एक साथ एक बार पढ़ाई करो, आप भूल नहीं जाएंगे. Whenever your teacher is teaching, you can see that's it sufficient. You don't need to see in exam also. And you'll become that immunity बोलते हैं ना, it will be full and you will be very active. So many benefits are. These are all external benefit. Internal benefit what? Memory power will increase, concentration will increase. So that's why it is said. In order to concentrate, one should not waste that. It is that essence of body. It is said. One's body will shine like anything. Otherwise, he will be like this in 20 years. Only he's like looks like old person. He'll become very weak, tired. But otherwise, he'll become even 70 years old. Also, he'll jump. So above all these things, then he should meditate. Meditate on what? कुछ खाने का. You should meditate on Paramatma. Thus, practicing constant control of the body, mind, and activities, the mystic transcendentalist, his mind regulated, attains to the kingdom of God by cessation of material existence. So finally, he achieves Vaikuntha. So by doing meditation, they get liberated. Liberated मतलब क्या है? Liberation मतलब मुक्ति बोलते हैं. किसी को मालूम मुक्ति मतलब क्या है? हाँ? क्या? हाँ, एग्जैक्टली. मुक्ति मतलब वही है. जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि, उससे हम बाहर आना चाहिए. उससे कब हम बाहर आएंगे? By practicing these paths. So many paths are there, right? Astanga yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. This. So bhakti yoga is the easiest, and without bhakti yoga, other path also they cannot achieve. The bhakti yoga should be there in little bit at least. So what is that liberation exactly means? He is leaving this world. This world means India. India or what? Material world means what exactly? Your understanding is this universe itself, not planet also. Universe. Huh? Yeah, this universe. There are so many universes are there. This is one of the universe. In this one of the universe, one planet we are living, that is Earth. So in this universe only there are 9 planets are there, right? So there is so many universes are there. We can take birth in any universe according to our karma. Every universe has different type of enjoyment and suffering. Different body is there. So like this, so many universe, so many bodies, so many planets are there. So you will come out of all these things. And where you will go? Vaikuntha, spiritual world. So once you go to spiritual world, you will not come back. That's what Krishna assures. Once you come to me, you will not come back here. So Krishna says, once you come to me, how you can come? By knowing what I am, what is my activity. By knowing this, you will come back to me. Once you go to spiritual world, you are not going to take birth again in this material world. They are permanent. Everything is blissful life. And is the spirit soul can survive there only. There only it can be happy. But now it came here. Like fish can be happy in water only, right? मछली को बाहर निकाल दो, बाहर निकाल के कुछ भी दो, ले लो BMW कार ले लो, एक आपको एक 2 बंगला है, बड़ा बंगला, you take it. So the fish cannot be happy. कितना देने के बाद वो it suffers only. As soon as you give water, then it will be happy. So similarly, the soul also suffering here. But we don't know what will give me happiness. Bungalow, ये वो हम भी घूम के देख रहे. Finally, we are not getting happiness. But once we goes there, then we become happy. That's why it is said Vaikuntha. Kunta means suffering. Vaikuntha means no suffering. This is Kunta. Spiritual world is Vaikuntha. Tukaram Maharaj went, you know, right? That place also there in near Pune only. Dehu. So that place also, the tree also victimized that. So I heard that the day comes, the time the tree will shaken. So he went to Vaikuntha. He called also his wife before going. You also come. What she told? One bhais ko sambhalenge. Daily she told this. Who will take care of these buffaloes? I cannot come with you. I will stay here only. So he went. After that, she came to know, really he went. That's what in spiritual world there is no suffering, fully bliss. Everything in fullness you will get. इधर आपको जो भी मिलेगा फुल नहीं है. Happiness मिलेगा वो भी कुछ दिन का ही रहेगा. anything. Youth, everyone wants youth, but how long the youth will survive? That stage, maybe 20 years, 15, 20 years. After one becomes old. Like you used to eat so much, now that capacity is reduced. You used to work so much. You run in childhood, you always run. I will try to come over here. So because that energy is going, but in spiritual world, not like that. Even in heavenly planets also, you can enjoy as much as you want. You can eat as much as you want. You can sleep, you can drink. जब ज्यादा पियेंगे फिर हॉस्पिटल जाना पड़ता है लोगों को देना किडनी फेलियर ये वो हो जाएगा उधर ऐसा नहीं सोमोभान मिलता है so heavenly planets also they're like this but their limitation until you have karma you can enjoy after that again you have to come back but spiritual bliss is something beyond that also but it is not body level but in this material world we get body one after other okay next is okay we'll stop here we saw until verse number 6.15 if you have any question you can ask otherwise you can I request you to put the attendance attendance किसके पास है yeah can you circle it so he has Sarthak Prabhu is having so while going you can put attendance and you can leave you can go for prasadam down any question yeah we'll talk you can come after class okay you can go for class thank you Srila Prabhupada ki